Well, guys, I got something that I think is kind of interesting, and I want to share it with you. I was going through some old laptop computers that I had that have long since been defunct, and I was just going through and kind of cleaning them up before I got rid of them, and went through some picture files, and I found some old pictures in there, and these were back in, I believe, 2009, on a trip to St. Augustine. On the If you guys remember, we did a video on Desco trawlers and the boatyard. We did a terrific interview there with a guy that was intimately familiar with the operation. It was really neat. And we talked a little bit there about the operation that was across the Sebastian River at the St. Augustine Trawler facility that built hundreds of shrimp trawlers as well. Well, in one of the photos that I found, and I remember taking these now, was what I believe was the last St. Augustine trawler to be constructed in St. Augustine. I want to show you some shots of this thing. Big boat, and I actually went on it, and I'm kicking myself because I did not take my camera with me when I went up on the boat. I stopped and inquired about it, and the guys invited me to go out and look around the boat. They had it for sale. There was a ladder that went up it, and I went in there, and they said, "Just go ahead, just wherever you want to go. Just be careful and take a look at it." And I went all through that boat. And I want to say it either had a really big Caterpillar main in it or Cummins main in it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was one of the two, in a big power plant. And it was built as an ice boat. I do remember that. And it was all composite. Now, some of these fiberglass boats that were built down in the yards had some wooden structure that was in it, but this boat was pretty much 100% composite, with the exception of I think the bin boards that were in the ice hold. They're slats of wood. There's two channels that run up the side of the hull down in the fish hole, and pieces of wood fit in those things, and they kind of stack up like this, and that's how they build up or close off the ice or the catch. Bin boards is what they call them, and I think those were wooden on it, and whatever decorative wood that was inside of the cabin. I remember that it had some wood trim in it, and that was pretty much it. The rest of it was completely fiberglass. I remember being down in the engine room, and towards the back of the engine room, you could look up and see daylight coming through the deck, through the fiberglass there, and that was pretty neat. It's kind of translucent, really stout built, strong boat, and it was a new boat. And if I remember the story correctly, the guys that were running the boatyard, that boat was finished up. It was a mold that had been left over, and they finished it, and they were waiting for somebody to buy it. Shrimping had really taken a downturn after 2000, and there just really wasn't a market for people looking for trawlers. But just an interesting part of history I wanted to share with you guys. And if you got any comments, if you know this boat, if you remember this boat and might know some more history of it, I would love to hear it. Leave it in the comments. I'll get them, and I'd like to know about this boat and where it ended up. Well, that's all I got for today, and hey, you guys be safe out there.